You seem like a very nice person. Do
I
principals...
am a nice person.
But do principals in Hartford never want to see you?
You should ask the principals that question. I think principals see that once I come in, I am helping to build a community. And so I'm working hand in hand with them.
But if you show up on my doorstep...
You might have to worry a little bit. And you were able to get out all right?
They said that...
The way Christina Kishimoto sees it, if she's doing her job right, there'll always be people who are worried about seeing her. Christina is the director of school redesign in Hartford, Connecticut, which until recently was the lowest performing district in the state. In her 2 years on the job, she's redesigned 4 of Hartford's most challenging schools, and the results look promising.
I'm John Tulenko, and I was the reporter on our NewsHour story on school reform in Hartford, Connecticut. I had a chance to sit down with Christina, to talk to her about what it's like to walk into a school building where nothing has worked and to try to make it all better.
First, all of the adults in the building leave. That means they get reassigned to other positions in the district, and all the positions in the school are new positions that teachers can interview for. And we can hire from outside or we can hire from internally in the district.
You're talking about changing people and their jobs. How is it?
It's completely uncomfortable because you take everyone out of their comfort level. You have adults who felt that and feel that they've been in this system and been at the school for X number of years, and they're dedicated and they're well-intentioned, but it wasn't working, and we couldn't take well-intentioned people and say that that was good enough. The test scores, achievement levels, lack of high school graduation numbers, lack of college access showed that we had to do something to change. So people needed to get uncomfortable.
The school where Christina and I spoke is now called Latino Studies Academy. It was one of the first schools to be redesigned.
How would you describe the culture in this school before it became Latino Studies?
I would describe it as disorganized, low expectations, and not clearly focused. We were in crisis here. Our students were not reading on grade level, and our third grade reading scores are really a predictor for high school success. So you had 30% of our students or below reading on grade level, 30% succeeding in high school and even graduating from high school, which meant you had a very, very tiny population actually going on to college.
How has this school been redesigned?
What redesign means is that we closed down the school as an existing school, and we start its history all over again. We give it a fresh start.
New people? What else
New
is
people.
new?
The other part is the curriculum. We started from scratch. We said, okay, what's our research-based curriculum we're going to have? How does the theme play into the design of the school? So this is a Latino Studies Academy, which means that in the study of social studies, we're going to look at geography in terms of Latin America, Latin American countries. We're going to look at mathematics. We're going to integrate economics of Latin American countries. We're going to look at religion and culture. We're also going to ensure that every student in the school takes 8 years of Spanish so that we have biliterate students. So there's a complete redesign of that curriculum that's delivered here.
Why Latino Studies?
This is a community that is largely a Latino community. Our parents, our students, our community members are bilingual and would like to have that show as a strength, something that really contributes to students' ability to be prepared for high school well and to be prepared for college well, which is our goal, is to have our students all college ready. And what better strength, right? You go out into the business community, you see that the businesses are looking for bilingual employees, and if that is something that the students have already in their home, why not highlight that as a strength in the curriculum?
So, do we know how well this school is doing?
The school, in its formative data, which is the tests that they take in between months, some of them are monthly, some of them are quarterly, are showing that the school is raising its reading levels, its math levels, and is doing very well in its Spanish language development and science concept development.
Do we know what percentage of kids are at proficient? You were at 30%.
We've seen over 10% movement, and that's really unseen in education. You usually aim for a 3 to 4% movement, and as long as you have at least a 3 to 4% movement, you're going to see some significant impact. Once you get into 10%, then you're seeing the kind of growth you need to have that big push in the district, in the school and in the community to say, okay, this is working, and what's happening here is good.
Good. Here's a hard one. I'm going to see
Hartford still has a long way to go.
See if you can remember what that diagram
Test scores are up,
catch.
but to close the achievement gap, among the widest in the country, the district will have to make even greater gains every year for the next 8 years.
Be careful with that past tense.
You can learn more about Hartford and its reform efforts here on our website. I'm John Tulenko. Thanks for watching.